Bicycle Coalition this evening.
Yeah, wow. I have to say, there is an amazing energy around this event. I'm
Absolutely.
new to it. 48th edition. But Iowa, I have to give you credit. Iowa Kind is alive and well. So,
Oh, yeah. Iowa Nice is a
place to
real
start.
thing. Yeah.
It absolutely is. So I wanted to thank Sweet Siren.
They were awesome.
Yeah,
They were
fantastic.
awesome.
Yeah, they're going to be touring all around the Midwest over the next couple of months, and you can go online to sweetsirenband.com to get tour dates, more information. We should go.
We should definitely go.
Yeah, all right. Good.
Whenever you're free, you let me know.
Yeah, so a lot going on here tonight. We are really, really stoked. My name is Dave Toll. As I said, I haven't done RAGBRAI, but I'm gonna now. That's for sure. Yeah, my friend Party Pat had. I've watched along the way through the years. This event has the best reputation. There is no doubt about it. So I have done a lot of race announcing events, like I did every Amgen Tour of California. I did the old Tour of Missouri. Maybe some of you went to that. But I get, believe me, I get that RAGBRAI is not a bike race. It is a movement of the people.
Right. There you go.
There's
there
no
you go.
right? Have I got that?
You are very right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all of that aside, I think bike culture is such an important thing, and you guys are such great ambassadors for that. H.G. Wells says that, and I think this is such a cool quote, every time I see an adult riding a bicycle, it gives me hope for mankind. And you all collectively embody that.
Yeah. My name is Courtney Crowder, and I am the Iowa columnist at the Des Moines Register. I follow in the footsteps of some of RAGBRAI's superstars like Chuck Offenberger, the Iowa boy, and Kyle Munson, who is here this evening. Hello, Kyle. We are so excited to be here with all of these lovely people in the room here in Des Moines, Iowa, and everybody joining us from all across the country, honestly, all across the world on the live stream. We are going to celebrate RAGBRAI 48, which is poised to be the biggest and best RAGBRAI ever, period. I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, no doubt. Tonight we're going to hear from a lot of famous RAGBRAIers, and there are plenty of you out there, that's for sure. Talk about some of the changes to the ride, and every year things change. It's like a vintage, right? There's some great years. Well, expect a great vintage here in 2020. There's a lot of traditions, obviously, with this event. And one of the really fun ones has been our Primal Jersey contest.
Ooh, yeah,
you know, so I was thinking that Sweet Siren, I think they should make a team, actually. Have a steam or a smoke machine with them out there. But they are not one of the teams. But what I heard was they've selected 5 different teams. So let me go ahead and bring up our master MCs for our next portion here.
Let's
so
do it.
We'll be right back with you, Courtney, because I'm going to now bring up the man they call Party Pat. This is Party Pat Maven. I'm sure a lot of you have ridden or enjoyed a cocktail with Pat along the way. And the mighty, mighty Jake Hayes. Come on up, Jake. Right on. So, guys, I'm going to turn it over to you. I believe that we have Darren Reithmuller. And Darren Reithmuller is working with our 5 different teams. Pat, you know what you're doing. I'm going to hand the mic over to you. Great. Jake, it's all yours.
Isn't this fun? First of all, just wanted to say thank you on behalf of Primal for the opportunity to partner now with RAGBRAI and the Iowa Bicycle Coalition for over 10 years. Really unique partnership, and just really looking forward to July and getting out and riding with everyone again. Should be another great year. So, all right, we have 4 finalist teams that are going to be coming up for the best jersey competition. Here's how it's going to work. They're going to come up on stage first with their whole crew, strut their stuff, enjoy the show. They're going to get off the stage, and we're going to bring back 1 representative from each team. And at that point, we're going to be doing the applausometer. So the team with the most cheers from the crowd. So when you see them and you like them, cheer loud. The winner is going to take home 15 free jerseys from us and this pretty freaking awesome belt. And that they can strut that all the way across Iowa in July. So, all right, without further ado, first team. Let's go. Team Kamikaze. Team Kamikaze, let's go. Oh no.
Come on, Kamikaze.
They're some of the folks that roll in late to town. They roll in late to town. Team Kamikaze. They're out of, where are you guys out of? Des Moines, Iowa. Right here, hometown game. Okay, okay, Team Kamikaze. There you have it. It looks like a tuxedo kind of affair, a black tie affair of sorts on the bike. Okay, thank you guys. Head on off. Head on off. Okay, next, Team Good Beer. Where are they? There they are. Team Good Beer, let's go. You guys, if you want to move over to the stage so we can get you right up, that'd be great. Good Beer. These folks have the best beer, I'm told, and if you find them, they'll let you drink with them. They did let me drink with them last year. That's pretty fun. They've gone classy this year. Beautiful crew shirts from Primal. Those are snaps. Okay. Head on off. We got Team Nice Butt next.
Nice butt.
Yeah. Okay, Team Nice Butt. Expecting to see some great butts. Let's see tacos. We got tacos. We got unicorns. We got butts. We got beers. Yes. Team Nice Butt. Well done, guys. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll bring you back. Perfect. Last, Team Wimpy. Let's go. Okay. We want to get to the route. Everybody here wants to get to the route, I know. This is Team Wimpy. Wimpy. Hey. Looking good. All the way from North Carolina, which I'm told is in the United States somewhere. Very nice. Sleeveless. Big guns on this team. Big guns. Very nice. Okay. Thank you. It's time for the real competition part of this to happen, so head on off. And we need one representative from each team to get ready to come up, and this is where we'll do the applause and pick the winner. Okay, here we go. One representative from each team. Here we go. Okay. For all the money, the belt. More beers tonight, probably at the bait shop. Okay, let's do first. First, let's hear it for everyone, and let's start with Team Nice Butt. Nice. That's pretty good. Okay, Team Kamikaze. A lot of heritage with this team. Okay, Team Good Beer. Yes. And last but not least, Team Wimpy. Okay. The state of Iowa has spoken. It's Team Wimpy with the win. Congratulations. The belts. The picture. The picture, Pat. Party, Pat. Okay, thank you guys. Let's bring Dave back up here because he's a professional, and we'll get this show on the road. Dave, hey.
Professional. Hey, guys, great job, Pat. Hey, I don't know, how do I apply to be on your team for RAGBRAI this year? Is there a spot open? Jake, do I talk to you?
Team Nice Butt.
Team Nice Butt? That's not me. So, all right.
Thank you. Thank you all.
So great job, everybody. And the spirit is obviously alive and well. RAGBRAI is no longer a bike ride. It's a lifestyle. That's for sure. So tonight, as I work a little further in here, I apologize. I was having too good of a conversation with Doug. So there's a lot of things that go into creating a ride like this. The host cities obviously are huge, and I know that's why so many of you are here, and I can feel that excitement. But before we go there, I want to hear, well, a few different things, actually. Because before we go there, I want to, we're going to hear from our friend Mark Wyatt. We want to take a moment to thank our 2019 sponsors that helped make that edition such a sweet one. And that obviously be Primal, who we just spoke with there a moment ago, Pat and Jake. Hy-Vee, they do a great job supporting this event. I'll work through the rest here. Shields, where I had a wonderful time today. Tide, Noon, if you're not hydrating with Noon, you're not doing it right. Honey Stinger, they've been amazing supporters, along with Business Solver. I think we should get a team together from Iowa Beef and the Iowa Pork Producers and have them, well, I guess it's not a race. We'll see who can have more fun. They both would obviously have a great time. Heartland Express, thank you. McQueen's Electric, AAA. And I hope that you've been able to support People for Bikes along the way. If you love riding your bike and you want to do it safely and get kids with safe routes to schools, continue to support People for Bikes. So, not last or least in any way, I know a big part of this week of riding is the experience and a cold beer. How many of you enjoy a cold beer? Well, we have got the right friend for you to meet. I want to give a big shout out to Big Grove Brewery, who last year, sure a lot of you remember, they unveiled their Tailwind beer can at the Route announcement party. And we're going to keep that tradition going. This is the man himself. Would you give Doug Gretsch a big hand? Doug, checking in with Doug. He's doing fine. He's recovering. Yeah, so Doug, a lot going on. I love the spirit of this event. Obviously, you do too.
Yeah, we've been super happy about everything that's been that Big Grove has been involved with in RAGBRAI, and I want to make sure that we give a shout out to Ann. She's done a great job.
Sorry, I yell into the mic, so yeah, I apologize. Well, someone. So you know, I'm gonna even let I hear you, folks. Start over for me.
So I can yell too. I've been told that I've got a voice that carries. So Big Grove's been exceedingly happy with the relationship that we started with RAGBRAI last year. I do want to give a special shout out to Ann. She's done a great job. We met with Dieter, and we really enjoyed working with them, and we can't wait for this year to kick it off right.
Yeah, we're gonna have a chance to meet Ann and Dieter later. So, yeah, so again, a big family, isn't it? Your brewery located up in Iowa City, 2013. You got things going, and you're making quite a few barrels up there now. Looks like things are going really well.
Yeah, we started in 2013 in Solon. We opened up our production facility and tap room in Iowa City just a little over almost 3 years ago. And this year we cracked like 12,500 barrels, and the first batch of Tailwind went in the tank on Thursday.
Awesome. So, looks like they've got it up right now. You always, one of the cool things about having your own beer company is you get to make beer labels. You must have some great graphic designers. That's a really cool label.
Yep. Katie right there.
Oh, nice. Right on. Let's give Katie a big hand. That's really cool. I mean, for a graphic designer to get, I mean, there's going to be folks really enjoying that beer throughout, how much do you make?
We pledged to do a printed can so that it was could live up in to the RAGBRAI standards. And this year we're going to produce 6,800 cases. We did the same last year, and
that's just for Party Pat, right?
Yep, just for Pat and Primal. But yeah, Big Grove, we wanted to make sure that the can changed every year to reflect the logo and the ride. And then also we're going to tweak the beer just a little bit this year to make it a little bit lighter, a little sweeter, a little easier to drink after you get off that bike.
So there's no better relationship than cycling and beer. Have you ever ridden RAGBRAI yourself?
I have not. This is not a RAGBRAI injury. We did ride support last year, drove support. and we enjoyed it. I don't think there's a more iconic brand other than maybe the Cyclones and the Hawkeyes than RAGBRAI in the state of Iowa.
I would agree. I would absolutely agree with that. So perfect, Doug. Thanks a lot. And we'll look forward to seeing you out there this summer. Good. All right, good. I hope you all enjoyed meeting Doug Gretsch. Doug, obviously, with Big Grove. So that's extremely cool. So I have a feeling, are you having a Facebook moment? Yeah. Nice. This new world that we live in is fascinating. So, well, all of you out there, you matter. There is no question that it takes courage to do something like RAGBRAI. It's not an easy ride to do. Some of these days, the Karis route over 100 miles. It sounds like this is not for the weak of heart. And cyclist safety is so important. It really is. And next up, we want to welcome the man advocating for bicyclist safety across the state, our beneficiary, and the guy, you can't miss him. I love it. He wears a tuxedo to a cycling event. You got to have your trademark style. There you go. This is our man, Mark Wyatt. Mark is going to give us an update. Mark, you got to feel really, really good about where you're at here in Iowa. You're leading the way in bicycle safety. I'll hand the mic over to you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dave. How's everybody tonight? It is nice to be here tonight. Let's give a couple shout-outs because I think that's going to be important. First of all, RAGBRAI. Thanks for hosting this party. Thanks for being the presenting sponsor on this. It's a great event tonight. Primal Wear, Dave, Party Pat, great. Thanks for having you here. And of course, let's all really quickly raise a glass to Big Grove. They have given us a lot of beer for tonight, and I hope you're enjoying it. If you haven't, keep drinking more. You're going to like it. It's great. The other important people I want to shout out, Michelle, Jared, who are running they're my staff at the Iowa Bicycle Coalition. They've been running this event. They're doing a great job. Of course, my wife, Jennifer, who checked you all in at the ticket counter today. She's just there. Plus the 60 or so volunteers that we had to help pull this off. Man, it's been a big week. I've been here since Tuesday. We had a lobby day on Wednesday. We gave out pie to the legislators. We found out pie is bipartisan. Would you believe that? We had all parties coming in because they wanted free pie, and who wouldn't? So it was our chance to talk about what's important for bicycle safety and legislation right there, and of course we had a captive audience with the free pie. Then the next day we had our Safe Routes to School conference. That's the one Jared worked on. We had a lot of great people there. I know Jeff Birchfield up front was in attendance, and we talked about getting kids to and from school safely. And that's so important because all the people here, we got to replace ourselves at one point or another in our lives. And we want kids to be bicycling and have a great time doing it. Yesterday, we had the Iowa Bicycle Summit. We brought in speakers from all over the country to talk about how we can make bicycling in Iowa better. And we had engineers and planners and city officials and that sort of folks there to do more for bicycling. We're creating this community, and we're continuing to build upon it. Of course, today, if you came to the Iowa Bike Expo, we had 5,000 people through the door. That's a lot. That's a huge community. And it's great to see everybody enjoying bicycling because we're all dreaming of summer right now, aren't we? Yeah? We want the wind in our face. We want to be on that trail. We want to be out on that county road, maybe that sweet gravel if you like that. Maybe it's single track, or maybe it's just your city street. But we all want more bicycling, and I think that's important. And that's why we need to have a stronger advocacy organization, because we want more for bicycling. We want Iowa to be even better than it already is. A couple things that we're working on. The top one is more funding for trails. I don't know if you've been watching, but there's a whole conversation at the legislature right now that could yield 10 times the amount of money that we have for trails right now. Currently, we're about $2 million, could be $20 million. And I need your help to make that happen. Next thing we're working on, making sure that handheld cell phones aren't used while you're driving. We want people to put the phone down. That's big for us. Last one, change lanes to pass. You guys are tired of being buzzed, aren't you? Let's make it a law to make sure that bicyclists aren't buzzed. In order to do that, we need to get a stronger Iowa Bicycle Coalition. More bicycle advocacy and more programs and more work on our mission. So I'm reaching out to everybody, and this includes everybody in the crowd tonight. This includes everybody watching from remote locations tonight, everybody having a watch party. You'll see on the screen, we want you to text Iowa Bike, the words Iowa Bike, to 56651 and make a donation to support bicycle advocacy. Let me say that one more time. Text, get your phones out, everybody in the crowd, everybody that's at the watch party, get your phones out. Text Iowa Bike to 56651. It'll be up on the screen here eventually. And make a donation to the Iowa Bicycle Coalition. If you are here tonight, we still have our silent auction going on. We still have our 50-50 raffle going on, and we'll announce those winners later tonight. But certainly help support stronger advocacy so we can get better bicycling in the state. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to turn this back over to Courtney.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you so much. What was that number to text one more time?
Iowa Bike to 56651.
Thank you. Everybody, please text that. The Iowa Bicycle Coalition is working overtime to make sure that this state is safe for everyone. I want to talk a little bit about the Founders statue. Have you guys seen the Founders statue in the lobby? Super sweet. Bronze, Dawn, and John, as we're calling them, we hope you're taking photos with them and hashtagging it #RAGBRAI. Those statues were really the brainchild of Carl Voss. Carl, are you here? Thank you so much, Carl. Everybody, let's give a round of applause for Carl. Let me just tell you really quickly about them. In 2015, Carl and some friends decided that there needed to be a public memorial to our two founders, John Karras and Donald Kahl. At last year's round announcement party, we announced that we were going to be raising money for this statue. And tonight, after a $25,000 donation from the Des Moines Register, I can tell you that we have reached our goal and the entire sculpture is covered. So we are covered to have that put up. The installation of the 50-foot sculpture will start in April, and in May we'll have a dedication ceremony, which I hope you guys will all be at. More exciting than bronze, John, is that we have real flesh and blood John Karras, founder of RAGBRAI. He is here with us. John, will you please wave? And everybody, please give it up for the man who started this, who founded RAGBRAI, who changed our state and the world as we know it. Woo! Woo! Thank you, John. Thank you, John. We are all deeply in debt to what you gave to this state and to the cycling community and to all of us. Thank you so much. We unveiled those statues earlier today, and I got a chance to talk with John, and hopefully we have a video right now.
The idea of you and Don being, in a public statue.
Don, he would have had a quip. He would have had something funny to say. We were very good friends, very close friends, and he was a very funny man, very funny man. Yeah. I think they're great. I think I'm pleased and honored that that this is being done, very much so. I wish that a lot of people were still with us. My wife, Don Benson, Jimmy Green, all people who were involved in the ride as much as I was. I think it was a good thing. I think it's a gift to the state, certainly.
Thank you. Please keep taking pictures with the statue. Keep hashtagging them RAGBRAI. I want to transition just a little bit. We all know, everybody in this room knows, that RAGBRAI went through a transition this year. And we want to talk to you about what we learned as we went through that review process and what we've decided to do to make sure this tradition lives on for another 50 years. So to do that, please welcome to the stage some people who are going to talk to us about that. First, Josh Schomburger, president of Coralville and Iowa City Convention and Tourism Bureau and the Iowa Destination Marketing Alliance board member, and Ann Lowry, senior director of marketing for RAGBRAI. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here tonight, guys. We want to make sure that we're being as open and honest with everybody in RAGBRAI Nation as we can. So, Ann, let's start with you. Can you tell me what sort of review process you went through and where you guys came out?
I think I need a mic check. Can you guys hear me? Mic check. Thanks. Hi, guys. We pretty early on decided that we needed to do something a little bit different to be able to help the towns. At the same time that we were reviewing that, the towns were also reviewing it. So we met, had conversations since November, and decided that we were going to give more financial support to the towns. So you'll see on the screen that the request was, we've been giving for over a decade $8,500 in financial support to the towns. What we've met them on is $15,000 for all 8 overnight towns. That's $120,000 of commitment that we're making up front to the overnight towns. In addition, the committee wanted meeting towns to be considered. As you guys know, as riders, as participants in this great ride, that the meeting towns put a lot of work and effort into the experience that you guys have when you're riding through. And so we've committed to $10,000 to those 7 meeting towns, $70,000 commitment up front. In addition, charitable contribution to this entire state was of importance to this group. And so we are committing a minimum of $15,000 to a charity of choice for each of our 8 overnight towns this year, with a commitment to grow that dollar amount for years to come. So total upfront, that's $310,000 that we're committing to the 8 overnight towns and the 7 meeting towns. We're excited about that story. We hope that the towns are excited. And I think what that means is it's just a domino effect for everything. And so you'll experience that as riders.
So $310,000 up front this year, and we hope to grow that.
That is correct.
Josh, you are part of the towns that we're talking about. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys are feeling about this new partnership, this new organization that we have?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm a RAGBRAI rider. I've ridden the last 16 or 17 years, and so RAGBRAI is really important to me. The last 20 years, I've organized helped organize the 6 overnights that have been in Iowa City, Coralville, and North Liberty. And we've had phenomenal support from the riders in RAGBRAI, but it was really important to look at this and figure out an opportunity that really made RAGBRAI sustainable for decades to come. And so I'm part of a group called the Iowa Destination Marketing Alliance, which represents about 38 of my peers around Iowa. Several of them are here tonight: Mason City, Waterloo, no indication on the route by those. Quad Cities is here, my peers, and so it's really important to us, and we appreciate all of the discussion that's happened, particularly with Ann and Dieter over the last 3-4 months. Well, what wasn't said is that it's $300,000 and some this year, but there's a commitment that within 5 years, RAGBRAI is going to contribute over $1 million to these particular communities. So that's a very big step in the right direction, and makes it very equitable for years to come.
And he just said we're going to commit $1 million to towns. Can you tell us a little bit about growth, further growth that we might go through?
So I think as we look at what we're doing with the towns, we're also looking at being more transparent about the money that we're giving back to our communities. So one of the ways we're going to do that too is the economic impact that RAGBRAI has on the entire state as a tourism event. So we're working with those towns on what those metrics look like and how we can publish a public economic study for this year to let everyone know the impact that RAGBRAI has beyond the money that we're giving. It's the money that you're giving. It's the money that the businesses that are a part of RAGBRAI are giving. We've heard a lot of great stories about vendors who are giving back. I think Iowa Craft Beer Tent is in the room. They give back donations along the ride as well. I think that's a great story. Pork Belly, charters, other charters are doing that too. So we want to make sure that those stories are being told.
Thank you guys so much for all that you do, for all that you guys have listened to this community and responded with. We cannot wait to see how RAGBRAI continues to grow and our partnership with the town continues to grow for the next 50 years. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. All right. I know that we're all excited about the town announcement, but I have one more really important, exciting thing to talk to you guys about. Last summer, RAGBRAI lost a giant. In June, we said goodbye to Greenie, Jim Green. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him really quick. Green started at the Des Moines Register as a paper boy with a paper route, which led to a permanent job in the circulation department. And in 1992, he became chairman and ride director of RAGBRAI, instituting a series of changes that truly brought RAGBRAI into the modern era. Greenie is one of the original RAGBRAI superstars, and he is missed every day. And this year, we are proud to dedicate RAGBRAI 48 to Jim Green and the impact that he made on this institution. Please welcome Julie and Joni Green. You're going to talk a little bit about their dad. Thank you so much for being here. I know there's a big Greenie contingent in the room. All my Greenie people over there. Let's start here. Can you tell me a few of your favorite memories of your dad and RAGBRAI?
Absolutely. The one thing that RAGBRAI was to my dad was family. And everybody that knows Greenie also knows Ma Green. Because there wasn't any RAGBRAI without Ma Green as well.
And family is biological, and family is everybody he met. Our father never met somebody that was a stranger. He met you once, you stayed with us. The past directors have stayed with us at Mom and Dad's house. State Patrol, when they moved in here, stayed at our house. Everybody was always welcome in the Green home, and once you met a Green, you were a Green.
The other thing is relationships. RAGBRAI was all about relationships for Dad. That's who he was. They were lifelong, and he, even if he didn't know your name, he would always smile and act like he knew you, right? But he did. He liked you, and he would smile.
And then he'd elbow Ma. Ma, who is that? I don't remember. Who's that? Two quick stories on that is every year there's a man from Pennsylvania that in one of Dad's very first RAGBRAIs came to the information booth and had lost his wallet and all of his money. Dad loaned him money, like he did many a times, and gave him money for the week. And every year since then, the week before RAGBRAI or the week of RAGBRAI, he would call my dad. Say, I'm on my way, Greenie, this, and this. Well, somewhere in between, he didn't realize Dad had died. So come RAGBRAI again, the phone rings, and my mom answers, and he says, is Greenie there? And she said no, and he was devastated to learn of my dad's death, and he was on his way to Iowa, but got the flu and had to go home. But that's the kind of relationship it was. What was my other story? Okay, they want the...
One of Greenie's greatest gifts to RAGBRAI was the formation of the Dream Team. The Dream Team, actually, why don't you tell me what the Dream Team is and tell me a story about your dad and the Dream Team.
Well, the Dream Team represents the same things: family, community, and relationships. And it was formed out of love for kids. He chose to find people that he could encourage and that he could make strong and make them know that they were loved by riding in the wonderful communities of Iowa, and that's what he did. There is one other thing that he did a lot for Dream Team, and many of the Dream Team kids that are here will know. Greenie would wake them up to make sure they were ready to get on the road on time.
And the best thing about Dream Team, again, is also the family. Their long ride for many years was from Des Moines to my parents' lake home. They would all camp out all over everybody else's vacant lot. Half of Des Moines would come down and help feed them, the masses. My mom they had a kitchen schedule, and the kids loved it. And I don't know how many of those kids had never been to a lake or swam in a lake, and they were all part of our family.
I want to bring up Dream Team mentor Brian O'Leary really quick. Brian, if you can come up. As you get up here, yeah, you can go ahead and grab that. Hey, Brian, come over by me. Come over by me, Brian. Brian, we have something to give you from Julie and Joni. We are forever in debt to your father. And for his service, we are proud to present the Dream Team with $10,000 from Jim Green. This money will fully fund 10 youth riders this year. Brian. Brian, tell us a little bit about what this means to you and how you're going to use that money.
Wow, okay. This is incredible. Dream Team is family. And we have a lot of Dream Team family here tonight, the best people you'll ever meet. Money is just a number, but this helps do so much for youth in central Iowa, and this will help us continue that tradition in honor of Greenie for many, many years to come.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Brian, you take that check. Now, Julie and Joni, you can go take that check. You take that with you. Go cash that check. Yeah. Julie and Joni, we have one more surprise. There's more, as they say. So I hear that your dad loved ice cream. Is that true?
That is true.
Did he have a favorite flavor or a favorite type of ice cream?
I'd say anything that was cold.
Agreed.
So we are going to do something a little different because, honestly, we want to dedicate as much as we can. She wants to tell one ice cream story, and I'm not going to refuse her.
One year on RAGBRAI, if anybody knows my dad, he knew where Beekman's was every time and where every ice cream stop was in between. I don't know what year it was, but we left Haywarden and went to Cherokee. Haywarden, and we had a pass-through in Lamar's. I know there's a Blue Bunny team here. Where's my Blue Bunny team? That year, Wells Blue Bunny gave out free ice cream. The only place my dad stayed the entire day was at Wells. I think at the end of the day, I asked him, and he had had 10 free ice creams. So I'm sorry to my Wells people. He probably took profits down that day. That's how much he loved ice cream.
Well, I'm super glad. So this whole ride is dedicated to Greenie this year, but we also want to do something a little different and a little unique. Julie and Joni, will you please announce the first town of the RAGBRAI route? Lamar! Ice cream for everyone. Hey, that free ice cream. Go ahead and get started working on it. We love Greenie. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. You guys will come with us. Here, come on with me.
I was too busy tweeting that. What a legacy, huh, for Greenie. You can only imagine to try to aspire to live a life that well. That's for sure. So we are super close now that we've done that. I love that we are able to start that way. We have a lot more of exciting announcements to make. I just heard there are well over 1,500 people watching on the internet right now. So welcome everybody out there. I wish you could be with us here in Des Moines as we get ready to launch into 2020. As we're so close to announcing our towns now, I'd like to introduce the folks that worked so hard all year, especially with the big changes that have been made with RAGBRAI. Let's meet the new team. I'd like to start by bringing up the mighty Nick Levon, our registration coordinator. Right on, Nick. Thanks for all your hard work. And to join Nick, our merchandise and marketing coordinator, this is Madison Stegman. And now we have our creative director. What a great job she does. This is Suzanne Milosevic. And now our senior marketing director, Ann Laurie. And our ride director, Dieter Drake. Come on up, Dieter. So first, I'd love to give this whole team an opportunity, your moment in the sun. And let's give them all a big round of applause for the hard work as they get ready. Dieter, I'm going to ask you to step up and join me. You have quite a team there, joining the team now. Dieter has put on some of the biggest races in North America, one of them known as Bat and Kill. Big transition coming here to Iowa and being involved with now the biggest ride in the world. Talk to me about the change.
Man, RAGBRAI, am I on here? RAGBRAI is definitely the greatest bicycle ride in America. I want to thank everybody here for coming. Big Grove, Shields, everybody that's involved in this, putting this ride together. You talked about bicycle racing versus RAGBRAI. There is no other event like RAGBRAI. And you folks out here are a testament to that. We've had so much great support and great team. You mentioned the team here before. These people are fabulous, world-class people. So we're really very fortunate to be part of this.
Dieter, your family, big part of your life. Your son's working also on the event. You come from a small town in New York, or at least spent a good portion of your life in a small town in New York. You realize the impact that this event has as you make your way around the state. Talk about that, the relationship with the communities, because that's really what the relationship with these wonderful folks, our riders, right? And the communities is also just as important.
We lived 15 years in a small town. Originally, when I was growing up, I lived in a small town, so I take that to heart. I know the kind of the struggles that some of these towns go through. So what Ann had mentioned before, and bringing more value to what they invest in this ride, just like we do. We invest in this ride. They invest as much as we do. So I take that to heart, and we want to bring a great ride in July to them, and also hopefully everybody on the bike has fun and we have a great time with it. Family is a really important part of this ride, and three things I've learned here. RAGBRAI is about Iowa, it's about bicycling, but it's about family, and you're all part of it now. Not least of which, we've got a great team, like I mentioned. We've got a great family as part of this ride. There's been one person in particular that I want to make note of. That is, as you probably know, we've had a little bit of turmoil and over some issues since August, but there's one person who's really been the glue for this for us, and her name is Ann Lowry. Ann, could you come up here? And Tammy and Pete from Pork Belly, thank you very much. We want to present Ann with a little plaque and a recognition for being such a rock star with this ride. So thank you very much. Do you want to say something?
We don't really know. I don't think any of us in this room really know how much we owe Ann Lowry. And so tonight, we are joined by several organizations, actually 14 organizations, and coming together and thanking her for pretty much turning her life over to this effort since October 15th. And so Ann, I think Pete's going to read a little bit from, he has his glasses.
Okay, so again, thank you, Ann, for everything that you've done to make this wonderful event go on. I can't imagine somebody doing a better job than you have done. It's been phenomenal. So on behalf of the Bicyclists of Iowa City, Bike World, Bransell Charters, Bubba's Pamphlet Peddlers, Cedar Valley Cyclists, Central Iowa Charters, the Iowa Bicycle Coalition, Iowa Valley Bicycle Club, the Out-of-Staters, Padres Cycle Inn, Pork Belly Ventures, Quad Cities Bicycle Club, Riverbend Bike Club, and Ron Oman Charters, we would all like to thank you for everything that you have done.
Are you doing an awesome job? Well, you're not going to find someone more worthy than Ann. That is for sure. So you have been incredibly patient. Again, acknowledging along the way the dream team, all these things that Dieter highlighted. Dieter, thank you again. That's a Dieter Drake, our ride director here. So you guys will all get to know Dieter really well. Dieter's a cyclist himself. He's passionate about the sport, and now he's part of your community. So really looking forward to see what work you guys can do together. And that's really the beautiful thing here. And perfect example of when we cooperate and work together, we can do amazing things. And the power of 10,000 cyclists rolling across Iowa, it's like a runaway freight train, man. So that being said, let's go ahead and reveal our route here. I think it's about time. So Dieter, I think you have the opportunity to bring up our dream team members. I'll turn it over to you, boss.
Please welcome the dream team. Thank you, folks. Come on up, guys and ladies. I'd like to introduce Carol Ann Muka. Carol Ann, thank you. Dream Team Mentor. Shaman Van Genderen. Thank you. Regina Montgomery. Jeff Van Genderen. Brian O'Leary. He lost his wallet early, but he found it. So good. Tom Florian. James Hart and Jory O'Leary. Thank you all for coming. All right, the moment, or moments you've been waiting for here. We already announced Lamar's ice cream capital of the world. How about that? All right. Okay. Second night after Lamar's will be Storm Lake. Home of Buena Vista University. Night number 3. The home of Blanded Art Museum in the county seat of Webster County, Fort Dodge. I'm going to let it slip. There's been a little town that's been lobbying pretty hard to be on the route. We're going to put Lytton on the RAGBRAI map this year. Where's Scott Matter? It'll be a pass-through town. We'll announce those towns later. Night number 4. It's the scenic city, Iowa Falls. They're loving it. Night number 5. Town number 5, overnight town number 5. The home of the John Deere Tractor and Engine Museum, Waterloo. Everybody all right? 3 more to go. Night number 6. The home of the National Motorcycle Museum, Anamosa. Night number 7. The home of the Maquoketa Cave State Park, Maquoketa. The final night of RAGBRAI 2020 is Clinton. We have a short video that we'd like you to watch as well, so I want to congratulate everybody from the Dream Team and also our towns for 2020. We're going to queue up a video that we've had prepared for this.
It begins on a Sunday in August. The challenge? 440 miles of hills and wind and flatlands and rain and lemonade stands and good times and bad times and sweat and sore muscles and a lot of fun for just about everybody. Testing lungs, heart, and legs. Would we do it again? You bet we would.
Woo! Woo! Okay, who's down for this ride? This route? Is this a great route? Yeah!
You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's start the whole thing over and do the whole thing.
Yeah, so hard to believe. 53rd, 54th Super Bowl this year, right there. So awesome. Look at this. Huh? What a collection of awesome cities. I loved hearing people out here saying thank you when they heard their favorite town or place they want to go mentioned. So extremely cool. So I am so excited for this summer. No doubt about it. I'm actually, in all honesty, I think I'm going to come out and ride.
You're going to ride?
Yeah, why not?
Come on
maybe
out.
I'll get in with
Join the Register
Primal
team.
crew. So we just have a few more announcements to make before we bring Sweet Siren back out and allow you guys to party the night away here in Des Moines. So, sorry there. So all night we've been running the Guess the Town contest. So check the board at the back of the room to see if your name was selected and to pick up your prize. Good luck, everybody.
Make sure to keep taking selfies with Bronze John and Bronze Don. Tag RAGBRAI, hashtag #RAGBRAI, and maybe you're lucky enough you'll meet the real one. Thank you so much for being here, John. We appreciate it.
You know, if I were John, I would feel really good about how that statue looks, too. Really slim and good looking and... yeah, awesome. And, of course, our merch team works super hard. I think they do a great job. And you'll have an opportunity to pick up merchandise on your way out. There are some tables set up in the lobby, so don't be shy. We really appreciate your support there as well.
Of course, all of the meeting towns, the pass-through towns, the vehicle support route, all of that will come out in March, so take a look for that.
Perfect. So... let's start with our loops, you think?
Yeah.
Why not? All right, back by popular demand on the Day 1 gravel loop in honor of John Karras. We'll have the Karras loop, also known as the Century Loop, and that's going to be held on Day 5.
And our themes for this year, of course, we'll have College Jersey Day again and RAGBRAI Jersey Day again. But this year, we are going to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which, of course, gave women the right to vote. Very excited about that. And another centennial, we are going to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Iowa State Parks. Remember that route with all of the details will come out in March. Thank you so much to the Green family for being here. We're proud to dedicate 48 to you. And thank everybody for watching. Can't wait to see you on the route. Thank you so much for being here.
So on behalf of my colleague, Courtney Crowder, I'm Dave Toll. You guys keep looking after each other out there. We're going to have an awesome ride. Good luck this year, everybody, in RAGBRAI 2020. Thanks to everybody who makes it happen. We're going to turn the stage back over to Sweet Siren. Dieter Drake and your team, thanks. Have a great time tonight, everybody. For Courtney, I'm Dave. Good night.